Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jessica, and today I'm here to remind you of the things you have to do to be successful. I know we all know all this. I remind myself every day of what I'm supposed to do to be successful. I'm not there yet, I'm not going to lie you, but we remind ourselves every single day of what we are supposed to do, how we are supposed to live our life in order to reach our goals, in order to be successful. So one thing I should remind you of is you should have to create better goals. Okay, just because the other plan didn't work out, just because the other business didn't work out, just because what you were expecting didn't work out, it doesn't mean that you should give up on your goals. Let's say you've been planning, for example, to start up something, and you've been saving, and maybe you had an emergency and utilized that money. That does not mean that you should give up. Okay, just sit back again and create more interesting goals. Okay, don't give up on what you know, on your expertise, in your hobby. Don't give up on that. Okay, so every single day you create other goals which are always better. You may start a week and say, in this week I need this and this, but if it doesn't work out, it does not mean you should give up on that. Okay, you start all over again and create more interesting goals. You create better goals. They can be goals about relationships, and you say, this year is my year, this year you should get married, this year you should be something, be with someone, have a baby. So every single day it's okay to create goals, it's okay to create new goals, and it's very okay if those goals don't work out. Okay, because we have so many days, we live every single day. You create others all over and all over again. Okay, so the next thing I learned, okay, let's continue. The next thing I learned is stop looking for a mentor. Okay, I know growing up they told us that you should have a mentor. They told us you should get a mentor, you should, have one, you should, but stop looking for one. Okay, here is why. We are people. We all think differently. And just because your mentor made it through that way does not mean you're going to do the same. You're going to make it through his ways. Okay. For example, your mentor may have made it dealing in stocks, but for you try stocks and you make losses only. Okay, so that does not mean you should stop basing your life on a mentor and stop looking for one. You're your own mentor. Okay, you're supposed to be your own mentor. For example, you wake up one day and you get a dream. You have a passion, you want to do something. But if you share it with your mentor, he may disapprove it. You know why? Because that was your calling, that was your dream. It's not his. He will just give you his view on how he's seeing things, on how he think it should be working out his way, but not your way. And just because I failed on something does not mean you're going to fail too. Okay, so stop looking for mentors. Stop looking for mentors, please, and be your own mentor. Okay, so that does not mean you should not admire people. Admiring them is okay, but stop focusing your life on mentors. Okay, it does not work that way. Then that was the second. And the third, I think to be successful in this life, you have to stop blocking yourself. Okay, stop blocking yourself. We are a lot than we can know in this world. We are too much. Okay, for example, when I finished school, it was a lot of things. I didn't know where to start from. My dad is this hectic dad. He could not even provide me with rent. When you're starting, you finish school and you've not yet gotten a job, and parents usually help out in that period of looking for a job. and getting a place, starting your life in Kampala and stuff. But he did not. He said, you're going to figure it out yourself. Since then, I've never received even 1K from him. Yes, he did his part. So it was my time to think through things. So I went in some Kazigo. I stayed there and went through a lot as a girl. Some days of starving, what. And after you get a job, you coming late. It is risky. And I really could not figure things out. I woke up one day. I had a boyfriend. So I woke up one day and told him, man, me, I'm going to Saudi. He said, no, but you have to look for a better job. You studied, you can stay around and get a better job. I said, no. He said, girl, people are suffering. What, girls are getting killed. What? I said, no. I'm going to Saudi. I don't care what and what. It was my dream. Okay, I wanted to be better. I thought like there is a lot more than just being a housemaid. Okay, for example, if I stayed in Uganda, was I going to be having a job giving me 900? Even if I got it, was I going to be saving 900? No. So it was my dream. I woke up one day, I said, no, I'm going. And he could not convince me anyhow. So I started up the process and everything and left. And that is where I got my capital from. Okay, that is where I started from. So I did not broke myself. Just because you're educated does not mean, you should not do some jobs. Me, to tell you the truth, I do any job I come across. Okay? I don't broke myself. I have hands. I'm strong. I'm young. You're supposed to go out there and do the impossible. Okay? The next thing, you should stop seeking validation from others. Why would you care what they think? Okay, if you're selling, if you have a restaurant, for example in Kampala and Gotam Semeni, why are you looking around? Their validation has nothing to do. At the end of the day, it is yourself. You support yourself. You pay your own bills. No one is helping you to pay them. At the end of the day, it is you and you alone. So you should stop seeking the validation of others. Let's say you're going to do something and you have to, I have to ask this one girl, women that are married, I have to ask my husband. He may say no. It is your life, Habibti. It is your life. Okay? Nothing should be limiting you. You shouldn't be breaking yourself. You shouldn't be seeking for anyone else. Anyway, when you're going to do things that are out of hand, for example, maybe jobs that are out of hand, really, sometimes you need the validation of others. But if it is like a business, it is a job, it is something, you should do it. Go for it. Okay? Whether someone think you cannot, just go for it. Then the next thing is stop looking for easiest ways to some things. Okay, stop looking for easiest ways to get rich. Stop looking for easiest ways to get money. Okay, there is never silver bullets in becoming successful. If you hear, this one is in Forex now and he's making it, I should do it too, because when you invest $100, you may get like $300 at the end of the month. My dear, just because it is working out for him like that does not mean you are going to make it like that. Stop looking for corners. There is a promotion here. We are going to do this and this. It does not work that way. Everyone who has been successful, they have to go the hard way. Okay, to get all the goals, to get all the riches in this world, you have to put in your mind that there is never ever going to be the easy way. Okay, It is always the hard way, because it teaches us everything up to the end. Just imagine waking up one day and you find how you have 100 millions Ugandan shillings in your room. Just imagine that. How are you going to handle that money, first of all? Even if you do businesses, even if you do what, that money may end up just running, and after, people start to say that that money was, had its things, like it was for riches stuff and stuff. No, some I see going to the looking for medicine, for because sente zibayita mu ngalo, stuff and stuff. Okay, I usually believe it is because some people make their money the easiest way. Sometimes they don't realize what they even go through, but I believe if you're toiling for your penny from 100 shillings to 1M, you really know how you're toiling for that money. I believe you're going to handle it with care, and it will never go through your hands. Okay, so that is what I think to be successful. Stop looking for easiest ways to solve things, easiest ways to always look for the right thing to do. Okay, if you feel like you find girls saying the easiest way, instead of working, you find them saying, I would rather sell my body. But is it the easiest way? Really, it is not. You'd rather be a cleaner, you'd rather be a housemaid and work and toil for whatever thing you have. My big sister got everything she has. Actually, she has a good career. She's a nurse, but somehow, somewhere, rich husbands can tell you, I've gotten you a shop, so stop working there and come and focus on a business. And down the road, 10 years in marriage, you find that same man telling you, stay home, I'll find a worker to be at work. And that way you will start losing your responsibility over that shop. So you end up becoming a housewife, and you have no say. The shop is your husband's, he gave it to you, you have nothing. So usually, even if I don't believe in free things, I believe there are people who give generously, but I don't believe in free things. Even if someone gives me a free thing, for example, every time I get a bonus, I treat myself. I say, let me buy myself some cute clothes, some cute bags and what. Because I believe that is the money, that is what it's meant for, I think, so for some reason. So the last thing to be successful, it is to start living your dream. Just because we are in the hustle does not mean you forget to live your life and to live your dream. Okay, before, when we were still going through the career guidance and stuff, they used to tell us, when you receive the money, when you receive your salary, or you receive at the end of the month, you balance your business and you get the profits, the first thing you're supposed to do is pay yourself. Okay, because it is you working, it is you going through all the hard time, all the thinking and stuff, all the morning, waking up early, stress. So you're supposed to pay yourself first, and that salary is supposed to let you live your dream. Okay, treat yourself, eat that fish. Okay, buy the cutest clothes that are trending, feel yourself. Okay, because we may say we are working for tomorrow and we may not get tomorrow, we may this may be our tomorrow. So don't forget to be yourself, to love yourself, treat yourself, live your dream, love the people around you, tell them you love them, So that is it. To be successful, you cannot even be alone. If it is your wife, wake up in the morning and buy her something, a little gift. Say thank you. If it is your mom, call them, send them something, say thank you. Because we never make it alone. Some people are always in the battle of prayers praying for us. Some people are always hearing us every complaint. You come from work and your husband has to hear you yearning, has to hear you complaining, has to hear you. All those people go through a lot because of us. So you should not forget them all. Okay, keeping in your mind, you have to keep a good circle of friends, of people around you. If someone is stressing you up, you cut them out. Life is short to be stressed. Okay guys, thank you very much. That is it for now. That is it for today. It was a quick reminder. You may have lost hope, you may have lost direction. So it does happen. It happens to all of us. So it does not mean you should sit and give up. Okay, wake up, stand up again, and let's continue. So thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share, and have a blessed day.